Hi everyone and welcome back to the channel. We are going to do a Q&A. I asked you guys to ask us some questions on my YouTube, moving in our apartment, everything like that, just like how we moved, and you guys asked a bunch of questions, so we are going to answer them.
I will answer them.
First question, what is your favorite part about your new home? Is there anything you guys miss from living with Jason's parents?
The living room, the couch, the basketball court at my dad's house, and also I had a gym in the basement, which I miss.
My favorite part of our new home is just that it's ours. I just don't like living with other people just because I always felt like a little awkward because it's not like my home, you know what I mean? Even in my own parents' house after I had Laura, I just felt like awkward because I did have a child and I didn't know, like, it's just different. So I like living in our own space, but the one thing I miss is the windows.
Yeah, it was way brighter in there. But...
Oh, the one that we're in right now, the balcony where like the main sun comes in from like the living room is the back side. So like we're kind of more in like the forest. There's literally trees like all outside.
Yeah,
so they kind of like, yeah, there's still sun that comes in here, but not like as much as we had before, which I'm adjusting to more because I'm like, okay, I'm gonna be fine.
You are gonna be fine.
Did we disagree on any apartments that we wanted to live in?
Yes. We toured this one and one other one.
And another one too.
Oh,
we
yeah,
toured 3 apartments total.
I didn't like 2 of them. Brooke liked both of the other ones.
This was the thing. The first one we toured, it was basically like...
Where we used to live.
It was where we used to live, and I was like, I just want to move, like, I just want to move now, whatever. Okay, was it the greatest? No.
It was darker than here.
It was...
Oh my god, she would have complained so much worse.
It was like... It was way smaller than here. It was just... There was just like a lot of other things, but I was like, it's okay. But then once we like... The person was like, yeah, you can live there if you want. I was like, no, I don't want to live there anymore. I just got a bad vibe from it. And then I was like, we always wanted to move like an hour away from family anyways, just because this is where everything is.
Yeah. And
so we moved here. When we did tour one before we toured... No, we toured this one and we toured one after. I liked that one. But it was smaller. It was more modernized. Like the kitchen was more modernized.
Yeah, I didn't like the area though.
But it was bad area.
And it just didn't look as clean.
What's been the most difficult thing about moving so far?
I had to carry everything in.
You guys know I'm literally pregnant, and you're not supposed to lift more than like 15 pounds while being pregnant, and there's so much heavy stuff. And before even if I wasn't pregnant, I still wouldn't be able to carry stuff because I literally have like no strength. It's not even funny.
Yeah,
Alora is like 25 pounds and me carrying her is a struggle. Sometimes we go shopping and I'm carrying her on the whole time and I'm like, I can't, I'm gonna pass out on the floor right now. The difficult thing for me moving is that I can't hang out with my mom every day. Really, my mom and I would hang out like all the time, like every single day, because she does work out of school, so she has the whole summer off. So like the whole entire summer we were hanging out. Not to mention how we literally went on vacation together for like 20 days.
It was supposed to be less.
It was supposed to be like 11. How did Alora adjust to a new home and being 40 minutes away from her grandparents?
It's right away. She liked her new room.
Well, the first time that we showed her the apartment, the first day we got it, she said she was scared. And I was like, well, we're literally living here. But besides that, she's been fine. She likes her room. She likes the living room. It's way more convenient living here on one floor just because when we lived with Jason's dad, like the bedroom's upstairs and like everything else is downstairs. So she constantly like, can we go downstairs? Can we go downstairs? And like if Jason and I didn't want to go downstairs, then we were having to go downstairs, and like it was just annoying like that. So now since this is like, she knows it's just like we live here and she can just do whatever she wants and roams around, she's perfectly fine. It's been fine not living like super close to her grandparents. We've had like Jason's parents have came here, my parents have came here, and then like for example today we're actually going back down there because my brother's sleeping over, and like so we still go there, but just not, obviously we're not seeing people every single day.
Yeah, less than we used to.
When the baby comes, are you going to move into a new apartment or a house or stay where you are?
Well, we signed a 12-month lease, so we have to stay here till next August, which I'm fine with. But
yeah,
we're probably gonna get a house after.
Lease is up. The baby will be like 7 or 8 months, depending on like when she's born. So by that time, we'll obviously get a different house or apartment that has 3 rooms. We prefer to get a house just because I feel like
I want to own it.
It's more private, obviously.
And also, like, it's better to own a house than just rent an apartment.
Yeah. So when we do move, we're gonna get 3 bedrooms, like Alora, me, Jason, the baby. And even like just because we're gonna be sharing our room with the baby, it's like totally not a problem, because anyways, when you have a baby, you got to put them in a bassinet and they have to be next to you in the bed, and it's just not an issue. If we were gonna live here for like 2 years, I'd be like, no, I can't, because I can't have another 2-year-old in my room all the time. The question we've gotten all our videos since moving is like how we're affording it, which I did talk about in our apartment tour. And like I said, we work. So people ask, how do you afford it? I'm like, the same way other people do. It's completely different if we're like 15-year-olds living in a first apartment, but it's like, no.
We're adult.
So
I'm an adult.
yeah, we both work. We make our own money. Like we've done, like Jason, when did you start working? When you were 14?
Oh yeah, I had a job before Allura was even...
Yeah, he worked before Allura was even born.
Before she was even like pregnant with Allura.
Yeah.
I had a job.
Yeah. In New York, the legal age that you can get a job is 14, so I literally planned on getting a job when I found out I was pregnant with her. So I was like, never mind, I'm not getting a job. So when I was pregnant with Laura, I did other things to get money, but then after like I had her and I started making videos, then that's when like I actually started making money, which is 110% a job, content creation, brand marketing, etc. So yeah. I hope that clears it up for you guys. A lot of people also ask how the process of us getting an apartment worked. I think that people are confused because I'm 17. Ask, was it hard to rent an apartment? It wasn't hard, just because in New York you have to be 18 to even apply for an apartment. So since he's 18 and he turned 18 in July, that wasn't a problem. We started applying for them in August. So even the fact that he just turned 18, they were like, whatever, he's 18 years old, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Just because you have to obviously be a legal adult. And then people ask about like co-signing. We needed to have one just because of like credit. You can't really get a place, even a house, without credit, or like a car, stuff like that. But yeah, so the process wasn't really difficult. You just have to apply and then see if they're like, okay, you can live there, and if they are, then boom. How are you liking the apartment?
I love it. I like having my own place, and I like being by stuff. Like Walmart's 7 minutes from us. It used to be a 30-minute drive.
Yeah. It's completely different because we did live literally in the middle of nowhere. Like, I'm not even joking.
Like right in the middle of the woods.
And even when we would drive to go to Walmart or go to stores, or like even if you wanted to get like Dunkin' Donuts, you still have to drive like 20-25 minutes plus to get there. So living here, where we literally came here all the time anyway, I have my doctors here, this is where like the mall is, you go shopping, everything.
Yeah.
We were like, it would just be so much more convenient if we lived here anyway, just so we're close to everything. And now that we are so close to everything, it's just like, I don't even know how I would ever be able to live not by everything again.
Yeah.
Like, even for Allura, I mean, we did have a park like a 3-minute drive from our house, but it was small. It wasn't fun.
It had nothing to do.
There was nothing there.
Now we go a few minutes more, and it's like,
it's a big park.
It's this crazy park. I've never seen anything like it. There's like zip lines.
Yeah.
Tunnels and crazy stuff.
So it's fun for Allura, and it's fun for like us to be around stuff. It's so much convenient also because when I do give birth, the hospital was literally 50 minutes from our house, and now it's 15. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope that clears up some of the questions that you guys had about us moving. If you do have more, you guys can comment down below and I will answer them. And also leave us some fun video suggestions to do. Just every Monday and Friday. The last few uploads was like a little crazy just because we just moved and like we were trying to get everything settled in. But now we're back on our normal schedule, so do not worry. See you guys in the next video.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.